In any other year, Labor Day means barbecues, it means the beach. This year, holiday weekends also have meant a surge in COVID-19 cases. To discuss that possibility with us is Dr. Robin Colgrove, an infectious disease specialist at Mount Auburn Hospital. Thanks for being with us.
My pleasure.
So what is your concern right now? Especially, we are just days before most kids head back to school if they're doing hybrid.
Yeah, there are two parts of it. So one of these is just precaution fatigue. People are getting tired of doing what they know is the right thing. And there's a natural human tendency to relax, but this is not the time to relax here. And as you alluded, the second part of it is an influx of students coming back who congregate in large numbers. And we know from a number of outbreaks that this is a major risk factor.
I think you hit on a good point there, the fatigue. It also comes as the state's positive test rate, that 7-day average, has been below 1%, the past few days. Does that mean that the risk of an outbreak is low too? So if people are living in a town with very few cases, maybe they have 0 cases, is it safe to start socializing with neighbors?
Yeah, safer is not the same thing as safe. So the risk is not 0. And since you just had a story about wildfires in California, I would make the same analogy. It's much easier, much less difficult to keep a fire under control if you do it when it's just embers, as opposed to if you let it get out of control and make a wildfire. Right. So the same thing for an epidemic. It's much easier if we can control it when the levels of cases are low than if we let them get out of control.
That's a good point. All right, so a big focus has been college campuses, of course, but so far, after the first full week of classes, students in the Boston area anyway have positive test rates that are below the state average. What do you think colleges here are doing right?
Yeah, most of the colleges are clearly making the case to students and to parents and to families that they're taking this seriously, which is exactly the right thing to do. And it's good to know that on average, college students here have lower rates, but averages are not what drives this epidemic. Mm-hmm. The epidemic is being driven by patches of people who are at very high risk. Mm-hmm. So even if 90% of the people are doing things right, if 10% of the people are not, it's enough to get things out of control. So Boston drivers will be well aware of this phenomenon, that if 90% of the drivers are driving well and 10% are driving badly, it's enough to cause havoc for everyone. It's the same with an epidemic here.
Right. So kind of resist that fatigue, wear the mask, social distance, do all those things that we know work.
Yeah.
All right. Dr. Colgrove, thank you for your time. We appreciate it.
Thanks.